With the Hy-Vee Fuel Saver Rewards Card, you can save big at the pump. Simply sign up at customer service, then shop our ad for weekly Fuel Saver products. For every one you buy, you'll earn a discount on gas, as much as $2 or more per gallon. Because the more you shop, the more you save. Sign up for the Hy-Vee Fuel Saver Rewards Card at customer service today and start to earn big discounts on gas. Some restrictions apply.
Welcome to the Tim Cool Coaches Show here on Wave TV. I'm your host, Rod Tompkins, joined to my left here by Coach Tim Cool, the head coach of the Chillicothe Hornets. And Coach, our third program now. We're getting a little bit used to this video thing and stuff, but let's talk a little bit about the week that the Hornets have had. It's been a bit of a tough week when it comes to the wins and losses. We know that's not the biggest thing that we're looking at in the big picture of things, but still a little bit frustrating, and obviously some things that you probably feel like you guys need to improve on a little bit.
Oh yeah, we've got work to do, and the guys know that. We understand that. But yeah, we've had two home games that were really tough. We were right there in both of them, and just couldn't quite get the little things done at the end that we needed to win those games. But I really feel good about our guys. We've got a bunch of good kids, and they're going to continue to work hard, and we're going to keep getting better.
We'll cover the first game or talk a little bit about the first game. I was there at least for the first half of it. I believe you led 29-27 at the half against Excelsior. They appear to be a relatively deep team, a team that had a substantial post presence in the Redmond kid, I believe it was. He was a guy that seemed to really make a difference when he was in there.
Yeah, he's a good player. He's a senior, and their senior point guard, Logan Schreier, is a real good player too. And they leaned very heavily on those two players, and they did a nice job. And I felt like we did a lot of really good things in that game. We just had a couple breakdowns defensively late. And didn't execute quite as well as we needed to, but we were right there, and even down to the last second, we were doing things well, and got the right shot at the end of the game, and just it pinballed out, and that's basketball. We went from having a 1-point win to losing the game by 2 points, just a fraction of a millimeter. So it was a good one.
Not a game of inches, a game of millimeters in this case. So
it was close. It was close.
I noticed particularly their speed at their guard spots. You've got a very quick team, it seems like, at guard, but they also seem to be equally quick, or maybe even a little quicker. It's kind of hard to judge those things. The other kid, the Stratton kid, he really ran the floor real well, seemed to be pretty pesky defensively. I don't know that he did that much damage, but he certainly kept your guards on their toes.
Yeah, they're a good athletic team, and they're a lot of juniors and seniors, so they're very experienced, and they took advantage of that. And once again, I don't want to take anything away from our guys, because we played hard all night. Just one of those games that we just couldn't quite get it at the end. But like I said, we're still working on things.
Things coming around, like I said, but like we said, a very narrow loss. Something to kind of. Maybe the taste kind of stays in the mouth after a loss like that, and just motivates kids that much further, which your kids we know don't really need that much of, but just something to maybe propel them on to some bigger and better things in the upcoming week. Or actually, we still have a game coming up this week. That's going to be the Jam the Gym event. We'll talk a little bit later in the program about that. So a narrow loss to a much improved Excelsior Springs team. You told me that ahead of time. I definitely saw that out there on the floor. Then we get into last night's game, a doubleheader with the girls. The Macon Tigers come to Chillicothe. We know of their athleticism on the football field. We've heard a lot about that in recent years. I haven't known much about them from a basketball standpoint, but obviously they bring a good team over here, and this one a true defensive battle.
Yeah, it really was. All night long, both teams played great defense. They did theirs in a zone, we did ours in man-to-man, and their zone kind of bothered us. We had 16 points at the end of the first quarter. And they switched to their zone, and that really changed things for us a little bit offensively. So I think we scored 19 the rest of the game. So that was a big game changer for both teams, and you have to credit them a lot. They played great defense in the final three quarters. And our guys, we just couldn't execute some things. We got a little. Thought we got really very passive in the second half as far as trying to continue to score. We really refused a lot of shots, some open shots that we normally would take, and didn't get in the lane with the ball as much as we needed to against their zone. So things we can work on.
Well, they run 2-3, or what were they running on you?
They mixed it up quite a bit. They ran mostly 2-3. They ran a little 1-3-1 half-court trap. which actually we kind of took advantage of at times. We were better against that. The 2-3, like I said, we just didn't move the ball real well, and we didn't just want to pull the trigger on open shots, and that kind of came back to get us.
In my somewhat limited knowledge of basketball, the 2-3, the best way normally to get something done, be able to get the ball into the high post and then work from there, or near the free throw line at least anyway.
Yeah, and we ran some short corner stuff, and and we were passing pretty well from inside out against that 2-3, and once again we really just kind of stopped looking to score. We weren't looking at the rim when we were catching on the perimeter. We should have been making them come guard, and which they did, but attacking the gaps in the zone and moving the ball. We didn't get it side to side quite as well as we wanted to, but once again, Macon had a lot to do with that. They were long and athletic, and they were taking away some passing angles, and so they did a nice job, and these are all things that we're going to get better at.
As a whole, we talked a little bit about shooting of the basketball during last week's program. Do you feel like things improved quite a bit there this week?
Oh, I think we're getting better as a team, shooting the ball. I think our free throw shooting has improved the most. We've really improved in that area, but we've got some guys who can shoot it. It's just a matter of getting them some confidence and getting them to understand that we're going to need guys on the perimeter who can shoot it to spread the floor, so we can attack gaps and throw it inside. But we've got the guys who can do it.
I thought Tyler clamped it a little bit more back to himself, the way he was playing this week, shooting the ball the way he can, and there's not really much on the floor that he can't do, so I thought he was kind of back to himself there. But those are a couple tough losses, and things that good, hard-playing basketball teams with a lot of heart just improve on it and move on to the next game. I'm sure you guys aren't going to dwell on it long. You got a important game coming up on Friday as well, so just get back on the practice floor and get after it, I guess.
Yeah. We practice tonight, and actually we go to Moberly tomorrow, and then Friday we've got Jam the Gym, so we've got 2 more games in the next 2 nights. It's going to be a tough week. But this is good for our guys. We're going through a little adversity. They're learning how to handle it. And we'll see how they do at practice. I'm confident that tonight we'll come out and have a good practice and be ready to go tomorrow.
Moberly going to be a tough game. I believe I was on the Missouri Basketball Coaches Association website yesterday. I think a 4-0 Moberly team that's state ranked at this point.
Yeah, they're good. They're a good team and very athletic and pretty talented as far as upperclassmen as well. They've got some older kids who are really good, so it'll be a tough test for us, especially there. But once again, I'll take my team anywhere, and I trust that they're gonna play hard. I'm
sure that'll be the case. Tim Cool, along with me here on the Tim Cool Coaches Show on Wave TV. We're going to take a little break, come back to the other side of that, talk about the Jam the Gym event and a few other things pertaining to Hornet basketball. We'll do that next here on.
It's never happened before. It may never happen again. It's Clark's Furniture's huge pre-holiday private sale. For the first time ever, Clark's private sale goes public. You heard right, but time's running out to save up to 70% off store-wide. This is your golden opportunity to shop some of the most respected names in home furnishings, like Flexsteel, La-Z-Boy, Broyhill, Natuzzi, Ashley, Von Bassett, Serta, and others, all at savings of up to 70% off. You'll find a huge selection of reclining furniture on sale, including rockers, wall huggers, heated massage chairs, lift chairs, and more. Reclining sofas start at just $5.99. Save up to 50% on gorgeous dining room groups, and save hundreds on best-selling mattress sets by Serta and Tempur-Pedic. Plus, get free box springs, pillows, and blankets. And find huge savings on adjustable bases. Interest-free financing for 3 full years is available. Don't wait. The incredible pre-holiday private sale is coming to an end at Clark's Furniture in Chillicothe.
This year, wrap up your holidays in an unforgettable way. Indulge your loved ones with jewelry as unique as she is, with gorgeous gold and exquisite diamonds in the latest fashions. It's nearly impossible to go wrong. From classic to modern, there are options for every style. She'll be enraptured by these timeless and colorful creations that are as affordable as they are beautiful. Let yourself get wrapped up in the spirit of the holidays with sensationally crafted jewelry from Lawhoff Jewelry and Gifts in Chillicothe and Trenton.
Piggly Wiggly is proud to be your locally owned hometown grocer, which means it's the only grocery store where the money spent in the store actually stays in the community. Featuring the best meat department in the area, where all the beef and pork is raised in the USA and cut and packaged right in the store. Piggly Wiggly Deli features delicious favorites like Champ's Chicken or Jack's Tenderloins. Dine in or carry out, lunch or dinner. Also available for catering any size with any menu. Book your next event through our deli department. Stop by Piggly Wiggly today for fast, convenient grocery shopping, exceptional meat quality, and down-home friendly folks. Support hometown, support Piggly Wiggly.
Welcome back to the Hy-Vee Tim Cool Coaches Show here on Wave TV, and we talked a little bit, Coach, about this week, which has been a tough one when it comes to wins and losses, but still good things happening with the Hornets. You have a big event coming up this Friday night here at Chillicothe, and that's the Jam the Gym event. Explain to folks exactly what that's about.
Well, it's just pretty much what the name says. You know, it's pretty self-explanatory as far as we're trying to get as many people in the gym as we can, and there are lots of events that the kids are putting on, doing different things, and so it's really a fun night. Last year I got to experience it for the first time, and really a fun night that everybody's involved, and big crowd hopefully. So I'm hoping that will really help our kids. Playing at home should be a big advantage, and I think it is a big advantage for us, and we just need to really go out there and try to do all those little things to win a basketball game, and we're going to need to play well because South Harrison's a very good team, so we'll have to be ready.
Before we get into the Bulldogs, the whole Jam the Gym thing kind of brought back a little memory to me. The guy that won the slam dunk competition at Jam the Gym this year, on your Hornet basketball team this year, Wade Dietz. I didn't know that Wade had played basketball, but I guess he has a kind of a substantial history playing. But last year I hadn't heard much about him. Then I hear he wins the slam dunk competition. Now he's on your team playing pretty significant minutes, and I thought he played really good in that Excelsior game. I know he hit a 3 in that. I thought was real intense defensively and doing a lot of good things for you.
Yeah, he is. He is. You know, he's a year behind. He didn't play last year, so he's still trying to catch up. You know, he's trying to catch up with everything. Get the rust off with his skill set, and also all of the little things that we do, offense and defense, that he's learning all the terminology and just all the patterns and everything. So, but he's coming along very well. You know, he's doing a good job, and he's got a lot of ability, and that helps a lot. So, I'm going to count on Wade a lot as the season progresses.
You might have to tell him to keep his feet off the basketball.
Right, yeah, he's got that soccer background, so, but, I think, all joking aside, that really, really helps. So that footwork, if he's not kicking the ball, like you say,
right.
But that footwork and all the, the things that they do in soccer, I think really helps when they get out on the floor.
I think the success of the Hornet soccer team, making a nice run, going down against a team, I think they ended up finishing second in the state in LeBlond in soccer. Some of that momentum, some of that little bit of very positive swagger from that, I think good for a young man like him.
Oh yeah, I think he's grown up a lot. He's got his individual sport with tennis and soccer and basketball, and he's maturing and really doing a nice job.
Let's talk a little bit about the South Harrison Bulldogs Class 2 team, I believe, coming in. They just had a recent game against a much improved, pretty talented Trenton team. Put it on them by 20. They're going to be more than a handful.
Oh yeah, they're really talented. They've got a very good post player who was also an All-State quarterback in Dylan Heights. And Cade Hendren on the wing, and so they've got a really nice squad. They're athletic, they're talented, so it's going to be tough, but we'll be ready to go.
Other than those two guys, their style of play, the defenses you typically see them play. Of course, I know they're going to be able to switch it up on you. What do you expect?
I expect a lot of zone actually from South Harrison. I think they'll fall back and play a lot of zone. I don't think they'll come out and pressure us in the full court a whole lot. I think there'll be a lot of half court zones, probably some 2-3, and use the Heights kid inside as far as trying to clog things up and rebound out of it. So we're looking for a lot of zone out of them. And offensively, I know they like to go into Heights. They're going to try to use his ability and his size inside, so they're going to try to play inside out. And I think they're able to do that because Heights is so physical in there. He can pretty much catch it wherever he wants it and then play off of wherever he is on the floor.
So it'll be a night of your bigs helping one another a whole lot, and if they do that effectively, if you execute your offense effectively, it should be a good basketball game. Yeah,
I'm expecting it to be a good game, and I think we're going to have a lot of close games this year, which means we're going to have to do all those little things, execution offensively and loose balls and rebounds, winning that battle night in and night out, because I think we're going to be in a lot of close games, and we've already been in several. With the 5 games we've played, 2 of them came down to 2 points and 1 point, and then our loss to LeBlond was by 9, I think. So And our win was a 1-point win. So we've been in a lot of close games already, and I really kind of see us being in several the rest of the year.
And you already mentioned one of the keys to winning those close games that your team is doing very well right now. That's shooting free throws. A lot of times still, we're not near to the mid-season point. A lot of clubs really struggling with that still at this point. So that's a good thing, to be to clicking on and things like that. Certainly, you don't want that to change. I'm sure you guys probably work awfully hard on that, and I'm sure a lot of guys coming in early and working on that type of thing too.
Yeah, and the other, not only do we need to shoot them well, but we need to shoot them more often. We need to get to the line more. I'd like to make more than the other team attempts. I'd like to think our defense is solid and we can play without fouls and, keep the other team off the free throw line. But I want to be aggressive and get to the free throw line ourselves, and we need to do a better job of getting to the line.
Should be a great event there, Jam the Gym. I'm going to come out and do the public address. I think I've been told at least anyway. So I'll come out at least for most of the game. Looking forward to that. Should be a great event, like I said. We have some clips that Coach Cool's going to go over with us with the other side of the break, and then we'll wrap things up here. Right now, we'll take another little quick break here on the Hy-Vee Tim Cool Coaches Show.
Wow! This is Brent Klein, owner of the New Woody's Automotive Group in Chillicothe. Over the past few months, our customers have been giving testimony over the radio, bragging about their wow experience at the New Woody's. The bottom line is that 99.8% of our customers expressed tremendous satisfaction with the price, selection, and treatment. Our customers were wowed because we give our best price up front, the same price, on the net and the car, trade or not, third-party verified to be among the lowest in the nation with no hidden tacked-on fees. The New Woody's Automotive Group in Chillicothe. Wow!
Like what you hear? Go to wildwoodies.com.
Jill and Daryl of Essential Needs Day Spa and Cafe, located in downtown Chillicothe, invite you to stop by for great food and to experience their variety of great services. Jill and her staff offer 30 and 60-minute massages and beauty services like hair coloring and styling, as well as pedicures and manicures. Daryl offers some of the greatest food in town with an extensive menu that includes breakfast served all day. Just stop by today at Essential Needs Day Spa and Cafe, located in downtown Chillicothe on the east side of the square.
Hello, this is Nicole at Cross Connections Computer Essentials. Are you tired of driving all the way to the city for those computer parts that you just cannot find locally? Well, you don't have to anymore. We carry many computer parts and accessories that others do not. Also, with our speedy shipping service, we can order almost any computer part or accessory and have it here for you in 2 days. We also specialize in PC and laptop repair, networking, and repair of handheld devices such as iPads, iPods, iPhones, and most Android tablets and cell phones. So stop by today at 721 Webster Street on the north side of the square in Chillicothe. Cross Connections Computer Essentials, your hometown computer store.
Welcome back to the Hy-Vee Tim Cool Coaches Show here on Wave TV. Coach, I know Jim's got a few clips we're going to go over with from some of the games earlier in the week, so if you would kind of take us through those, and I might chime in a little bit from time to time as well.
Okay, well, this is the Macon game last night. We played. I felt like we played really, really good man-to-man defense all night long. Really limited them to do a lot of things they have to do. Number 15, who just tried to make that pass right there, is a really good player, and Tyler Clamp did a great job guarding him last night. So everybody really, as a team, I thought did a good job defensively.
Who led you in scoring against Macon, Coach?
I think Trent had 9. I think maybe Tyler had 9. DJ, I think maybe had 9. I'm not sure, but I think maybe Trent and DJ had 9 apiece to lead us. Yeah, here we are against their zone, and we really, we get a little movement there. We're running an offensive set we call Kentucky. We're trying to get a little movement and get the ball going side to side, which we didn't do a real good job of. Now there's Wade, hitting a tough 3 actually, just off the dribble with the guy not far away. So that was a big shot at the time.
Made it look pretty ordinary too, didn't it?
Yeah, just pretty relaxed right there. They did a nice job of really taking away angles. They made it hard for us to reverse the ball, made it hard for us to get the ball inside, which is key against that zone. We got to get it in the lane and play inside out with it. We kind of got a little gun shy there. Tyler takes a good looking 3, and Trent, that's a hustle play. It's a foul, but it's a hustle play. Here that's 15 really contesting Trent on that layup and made him run from the line. missed our JV game against Excelsior.
Hey, those guys need a little pub too, don't they? Yeah, there is mentioning that there is some strong play on your JV team. I did get to see them against Excelsior the other night. I tell you what, as far as JV basketball games go too, that's probably about the most physical game I've ever seen.
Well, it really was. Both teams played extremely hard. I really felt like our guys competed really well because Excelsior is very physical and they play extremely hard. So I was really proud of our JV guys. They played hard and. They were right there at the end of the game, just couldn't quite pull it out.
Very, very close game, and I tell you what, it didn't take Excelsior's coaching staff very long to figure out Nate McKitty, a good young player.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Nate is he's a good player. He's a really knowledgeable young man, knows the game, which is a great thing to have from your point guard.
And, he's kind of working his way up to that varsity level physically. I think he probably shoots the basketball about as good as probably anyone you'd ever put out there on the floor, no matter which team's out there. But he's got a little ways to go. He's not the biggest of kids, not the strongest yet, but his court presence, his awareness, his intelligence, like you say, out there are big assets to him, and he'll be a great player, no doubt about it, before he's done.
Yeah, he's really going to help us. I really like Nate a lot. And, about every second or third time I say his name, it's usually Jake. So I have to get used to calling him Nate because I usually call him Jake, but no, Nate's really a good kid and going to be a good player for us.
No getting them mixed up when they're shooting the basketball, though. They come from different sides with it, so you can't mess them up that way. But like I said, it's been a bit of a tough week. A couple losses, but nothing you or your basketball teams haven't been through before. A building process, all building towards the end of the season when things become really important. And that Moberly game, that's going to be a real road test for you there. That's one that you guys are going to have to come out, play every bit as hard as they always do, probably even a little bit harder. And the bottom line, probably a few breaks going to have to go your way.
Yeah, we're going to have to play well, and we're going to have to force them into some mistakes. And, but I'm looking forward to it. When you like your team, and I really like the guys that we have, it's fun to go out there and play a good team and have that challenge. So I'm looking forward to it.
Well, Coach, keep up the good work. We know that the wins will come with the hard work that you and your team put in and the desire that they show out there on the court. So thanks for coming by to film the show with us and things again today. Again, keep up the good work. I hope the attendance is as great at Jam the Gym as I expect it to be. Should be a fun night, and will give us a lot of things to talk about next week.
All right. Well, thank you, Rod.
That's my pleasure. Again, that's Tim Cool here. That's going to wrap things up for the Hy-Vee Tim Cool Coaches Show for this week. And thanks for tuning in. We appreciate it. Be back with more next week with Coach Cool right here on Wave.
With the Hy-Vee Fuel Saver Rewards Card, you can save big at the pump. Simply sign up at customer service, then shop our ad for weekly Fuel Saver products. For every one you buy, you'll earn a discount on gas, as much as $2 or more per gallon. Because the more you shop, the more you save. Sign up for the Hy-Vee Fuel Saver Rewards Card at customer service today and start to earn big discounts on gas. Some restrictions apply.
Welcome to the Coach Rachel Parkey Show here on Wave TV, sponsored by Hy-Vee this week. And, Coach, it's been a little bit of an up and down week as a nice win against Excelsior Springs, and you play a tough Macon team. Tell us a little bit about the two of those games and how things went.
The game at Excelsior, we came out a little cold at first, but we really warmed up, and the girls played very well. So we got our ups in, and then we took it down last night. It was pretty tough on us to come back. Macon's a really tough ball team, and we were trying to bounce back after just playing the night before and not getting home until after 10, and so we were a little flat, but we still played a tough game last night, and they only got us by 9, so.
Well, I know in the past the Macon teams have had a lot of speed and have really pressured teams a lot. Is that something they did to you as well?
They were very good at driving the lane, and then, their big girls were good at sliding around, and they could drive and dish all day. So they did a good job.
That sometimes makes for a long night. Of course, your team, we've talked about it, pretty versatile. Good guard play, strong guard play out of at least 3 or 4 players that I can think of, and an abundance of post players. Just a matter of putting that all together on the same night to make it all work. Then is what it comes down to.
Right, absolutely.
Well, another thing, you did have a game just prior the night before against Excelsior. You think you felt any ill effects from that at all, the girls?
Oh, I just think their legs were tired. We're not very deep, and that's no secret to anyone right now. And, you're asking those kids to play 2 games back-to-back, and that's tough for them because they're going strong the whole time.
Well, I didn't bring any notes to the program. You didn't bring any either, so I'm going to go ahead and test us both here. As far as scoring win in the Excelsior game, do you know who led the way or anything?
Mackenzie Barnett, I believe, led the way with 11. She had a great game as far as finding the offensive board. She got lots of junk points, is what I would consider them. She did great in that department there the other night.
Well, she's pretty fast and everything. She's not supposed to be picking up all those offensive boards. Those are supposed to be going to Maggie Graves, Samantha McKitty, and players like that. Obviously, just working really hard is what it came down to.
Yes, and we did. She filled a gap for us. Maggie got in a little foul trouble early. Erin got in a little foul trouble, and Mackenzie stepped right in there, and she did a good job.
And I know she's had some really nice games for you, but for her to step up, be your leading scorer, not something that happens as frequently as it might for some other players, but nice to see her step in there and give opposing coaches, opposing teams a little something extra to worry about.
Absolutely, and we were pretty well rounded with the rest of the scoring. I think we had like 10, 8, 9. We were all up there, so it wasn't just a one-person show, but it was nice to have that surprise because that's not the kid that usually is the leading scorer.
We're going to talk to one of your players who oftentimes does lead you in points and's had big games, especially over the course of the past couple of years, and received a lot of attention around the area. Tell us about her.
Madison Williams, she's a great kid. Absolutely always going to give it 100%, hustles her tail off all the time. Something that I saw last night that she's been working on a lot this year is her shot's starting to look very, very nice, and she's feeling that rhythm again that she's been in before. Because I know she has some very big goals for herself this season, and so it's fun to watch her develop and keep working toward those goals.
And we'll talk a little bit more with you about it here in a second. I'll wrap up these games, and I'll go back and touch on that just a little bit. But the game against Macon last night, you went down by 9 in that one, got Excelsior early in the week. The Macon game, who do you see as having outstanding performances in that game for you?
Honestly, I feel like we all we were all a little sluggish, and we all struggled, and so I don't think that anyone particularly stood out, and I don't think anyone particularly killed us. It was just we were all tired. And it was just kind of became one of those kind of games that we fought through it. We all worked together still, but it just wasn't a one-person star or one person, killing us.
Just a little bit off or a little bit sluggish, like you said, and that especially when you play an exceptional team or a really experienced team, that's really going to show up on nights like that.
Yes, they had scouted us well.
Doesn't surprise me a bit. We were talking a little bit, and you mentioned Maddie Williams and her shooting and how things seem to be really headed the right direction there. A key on that rhythm, like you say, that's all going to come from the people getting her the basketball, getting it to her in rhythm, hitting her in the shooting pocket as well.
Absolutely.
And something that whenever we've seen some big performances, whenever that's been able to happen. On other nights, though, whenever things aren't quite going that well, the hand forced a little bit and shots are forced and things like that, that can sometimes make for a really long night.
Yeah, it can.
And all right, well, we're gonna talk to Maddie here in just a little bit in our student segment of the program. Looking forward to that, and should have a lot of fun. We're gonna give her a hard time when we get her on here as well too, just for fun, just so she's not too nervous that way.
She'll like that.
And had her mother on before and enjoyed talking to her, so Maddie should be a lot of fun to talk to. Also, we'll take a little break. We'll come back and talk about your upcoming games. I know Jam the Gym coming up. You're gonna be playing on Friday night along with the boys team as well. We talked to Coach Cool earlier, so we'll get into that the other side of the break, and we're gonna go ahead and take that right now. Be back in just a few moments here on Wave TV with the Rachel Parkey Show.
It's never happened before. It may never happen again. It's Clark's Furniture's huge pre-holiday private sale. For the first time ever, Clark's private sale goes public. You heard right, but time's running out to save up to 70% off store-wide. This is your golden opportunity to shop some of the most respected names in home furnishings like Flexsteel, La-Z-Boy, Broyhill, Natuzzi, Ashley, Von Bassett, Serta, and others, all at savings of up to 70% off. You'll find a huge selection of reclining furniture on sale, including rockers, wall huggers, heated massage chairs, lift chairs, and more. Reclining sofas start at just $5.99. Save up to 50% on gorgeous dining room groups and save hundreds on best-selling mattress sets by Serta and Tempur-Pedic. Plus, get free box springs, pillows, and blankets. And find huge savings on adjustable bases. Interest-free financing for 3 full years is available. Don't wait. The incredible pre-holiday private sale is coming to an end at Clark's Furniture in Chillicothe.
With the Hy-Vee Fuel Saver Rewards Card, you can save big at the pump. Simply sign up at customer service, then shop our ad for weekly Fuel Saver products. For every one you buy, you'll earn a discount on gas, as much as $2 or more per gallon. Because the more you shop, the more you save. Sign up for the Hy-Vee Fuel Saver Rewards Card at customer service today and start to earn big discounts on gas. Some restrictions apply.
This year, wrap up your holidays in an unforgettable way. Indulge your loved ones with jewelry as unique as she is, with gorgeous gold and exquisite diamonds in the latest fashions. It's nearly impossible to go wrong. From classic to modern, there are options for every style. She'll be enraptured by these timeless and colorful creations that are as affordable as they are beautiful. Let yourself get wrapped up in the spirit of the holidays with sensationally crafted jewelry from Lawhoff Jewelry and Gifts in Chillicothe and Trenton.
Welcome back to the Hy-Vee Rachel Parkey Show here on Wave TV. And, Coach, we talked a little bit about the up and down week. Another week upcoming, or more games upcoming. You'll finish up this week playing on Friday night. Jam the Gym. So hopefully the gym will be jammed full of people and a lot of fun had. You're going to get the Lady Bulldogs out of South Harrison for that one. Very talented team there typically. They've put several players, into the next level, whether it be at NCMC or other places like that, but known typically for having good post players and good solid basketball. They do come in a Class 2 opponent against your Class 4 team. I'm sure they're going to come in and let it all hang out as they feel like they probably have nothing to lose in a game against a bigger enrollment opponent like that.
Absolutely. They came out just like that last year. I wasn't really quite sure what to expect, and they came out and they got us last year. And I know that these girls haven't forgotten that.
No doubt.
And they remember quite well, and I'm pretty sure they're going to give it I know they're going to give it everything they have and not allow that to happen again.
So that'll be Jam the Gym Friday night. In the upcoming week, what's coming up then?
After that, we don't play until the 21st, the following Friday. We have Richmond at the NCMC Holiday Hoops.
Coach Dave Littrell, I believe it is, still down there at Richmond. He's an old Chillicothe, Meadville area kind of guy and a very good basketball coach. He's had a young team the last couple of years. They're probably going to be better than they have been in previous years. That should be a good challenge as well.
That will be a good game.
Pretty solidly coached, and he makes a little noise over there on the opposing bench.
He does. It's nice to not be the only one making noise from the bench.
I'd heard that about you. I've never, maybe I have witnessed it.
Yeah.
Maybe just a little bit. Emotional, and fired up. Somebody that never gets off the bench, doesn't show any emotion, anything like that, I don't think that's coaching.
Well, I know some of them that don't do that. They really are coaching them very well, but I can't help myself. I enjoy it, and I'm too passionate about it to not.
Nothing wrong with passion. Passion's going to make your coaching that much better, your team's that much better. I think it's great. There are some good coaches that are pretty quiet, but still, I like to see them really with people with that fire in them and getting after it and teaching lessons, whether it be on the basketball court or off. And I like to see that in a coach. I wasn't trying to take anything away from anybody, and I know you're not going to. You might get in trouble for it. I won't, though. I won't listen to him anyway.
All right.
All right. Well, Rachel Parkey's been our guest here on her very own show here on Wave TV. We're going to talk a little bit now to one of your senior guards, and how do you think she's going to warm up to this idea? You think she's good with the camera? Is she nervous, you think?
I think she'll be just fine. Whenever I met her, she was just the ball girl whenever I was playing high school basketball. So I think this is kind of fun to be able to coach her and introduce her on a show like this.
No doubt. It's going to be a lot of fun. Thanks a lot for coming on this week. Best of luck in your upcoming games. And we're going to enjoy talking to your senior guard now. And again, thanks a lot for your time.
Thank you.
That's Coach Rachel Parkey. The other side of the break, we'll talk with Maddie Williams, senior guard on the Lady Hornets. That's coming up next here on
Jill and Daryl of Essential Needs Day Spa and Cafe, located in downtown Chillicothe, invite you to stop by for great food and to experience their variety of great services. Jill and her staff offer 30 and 60-minute massages and beauty services like hair coloring and styling, as well as pedicures and manicures. Daryl offers some of the greatest food in town with an extensive menu that includes breakfast served all day. Just stop by today at Essential Needs Day Spa and Cafe, located in downtown Chillicothe on the east side of the square.
This is Brent Klein, owner of the New Woody's Automotive Group in Chillicothe. Over the past few months, our customers have been giving testimony over the radio, bragging about their wow experience at the New Woody's. The bottom line is that 99.8% of our customers expressed tremendous satisfaction with the price, selection, and treatment. Our customers were wowed because we give our best price up front, the same price, on the net and the car, trade or not, third-party verified to be among the lowest in the nation with no hidden tacked-on fees. The New Woody's Automotive Group in Chillicothe. Wow!
Like what you hear? Go to wildwoodies.com.
Piggly Wiggly is proud to be your locally owned hometown grocer, which means it's the only grocery store where the money spent in the store actually stays in the community. Featuring the best meat department in the area, where all the beef and pork is raised in the USA and cut and packaged right in the store. Piggly Wiggly Deli features delicious favorites like Champ's Chicken or Jack's Tenderloins. Dine in or carry out, lunch or dinner. Also available for catering any size with any menu. Book your next event through our deli department. Stop by Piggly Wiggly today for fast, convenient grocery shopping, exceptional meat quality, and down-home friendly folks. Support hometown, support Piggly Wiggly.
Welcome back to the Hornet Coaches Show, or the Rachel Parkey Show here on Wave TV. Time now for our student segment. The very first Lady Hornet that we've had appear here on the show. It's senior guard Maddie Williams. Maddie, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Well, so far this year, your senior season, a little bit up, a little bit down, kind of a new look to the team this year and everything like that. How do you feel things are going?
I feel like it's going really well. I feel like as a whole, as a team, we work really well together. We're more experienced this year, so we understand each other's bodies better. And I think it's been kind of rocky, but I feel like by the end of the season, we'll have it all figured out and we'll be ready to come out for districts.
I'm sure that'll be the case, and I've kind of seen it just in the short period already. I've seen the team get better, but a very good start to the year. There at the Savannah tournament, ended up getting second place in that one. That had to feel pretty good.
Yeah, felt real good.
Of course, a very, very tough team you faced there in the finals, and one that you will see at least probably a couple more times throughout the course of the year. St. Joe Lafayette. What do you feel like the difference was in that game?
I think that we came out kind of scared, honestly. Like, we really haven't played for very many championships, so it's a whole new world. And they have a really good player, Oceana Weston, who we all know she's their leading scorer. And I think we just came out intimidated, and I think the next time that we play them, we'll come out ready and prepared and know what to look for.
Maybe come out with a little chip on your shoulders, ready to get back, get a little revenge, not the word I'm looking for, but come back, get a win against them and show folks what you're made of.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, you have some great backcourt mates there on your team, and Aaron Gilliland, and also Mackenzie Barnett. The three of you seem to really work well together as far as getting the basketball up the court, taking care of the basketball, and things like that. So obviously you've played together a lot. Got to be fun to play with them and have the type of speed that you guys have there in the backcourt.
Yeah, for sure. And we all know each other so well because we all three are on the same track teams, and so we've experienced bad things together, and we've also experienced the best things ever. And it's really easy to play with them because we know what they're gonna do, what we are all gonna do, and we know how they're gonna react. So it's easier to make passes to them, and we are really good at lifting each other up.
That's great. And those bad experiences, those tough experiences, those are the ones that propel you onto the great ones. So you get through the adversity, then achieve the great things, and it's that much more gratifying at that point, I'd have to say, wouldn't you?
Yeah, definitely. We love playing together. I wouldn't ask for a better team.
Well, that's awesome, too, and you're really gifted still this year, even though the roster's not quite as big as it's been in the past. Good post players, and post players that don't just look to rebound or score the basketball, but ones that can really help you when it comes to breaking the press or whatever that case is. You throw one of those girls, Samantha Kitty up or McKitty up in the middle of the floor, you get over in a corner and nearly trap, something like that. Always nice to have her up there to toss the ball to, and just composure. I've been impressed with that. It seems to be something that even in the bench players, whether you throw a Kirsten Lawler in there or somebody like that, everybody keeps their head about them pretty well on the court. You think that's a matter of just experience or maybe some good coaching?
Maybe a little bit of both. But we know that if we mess up, it's no big deal. Our teammates will lift us up, and we don't even sweat it. We just come out and play the game that we love.
So you're the type, whether it be a big win and your team, you and your teammates, whether it would be a big win or whether it be a tough loss, forget about that last game. Let's just go out there and play the one in front of us. Is that how you look at it?
Yeah. We lost last night, but we're ready for Friday. We want to beat South Harrison this year. We're coming for them.
All right. They better be ready, it sounds like to me. It sounds like you are. It'll be a tough contest. They've been very good in the past. I think they've kind of dropped off just a little bit, but not a lot. I know Trenton had recently knocked them off, and folks will be expecting you, the bigger school, to go out there and dominate this one.
Yep.
What's it going to take to do that?
I think we just all need to forget the losses that we've had, and we just need to come out and just be ready to play. We know that we can do it. We do the things that we're supposed to do, that Coach Parkey tells us to do every game. We come out, we execute them, we win. Keep our heads up. It's ours.
Well, you're in kind of a unique situation that most other kids or players aren't. You have your coach, of course, in Rachel Parkey. Then you have your mother, a longtime coach as well. Do you get re-coached after you get home, or how's that all work? And what's that situation like?
Well, she's kind of learned to not say anything, because I'm the player that kind of gets frustrated at myself really easily. And her and my sister kind of had it out whenever she coached her. So I talk about it, and she talks me through some things if I had a tough game. But she's pretty good about just cheering me on and being that good mom now. I like her being my mom instead of my coach.
Well, I know I've sat at the scorer's table with her several times now when I'm doing public address and things like that, and she's very involved in the game emotionally. You can sense that about her, but manages to keep it all under wraps, and I'm sure has a few little pointers for you every now and then. I know her and Coach Parkey talk quite a bit, I'm sure, don't they?
Yeah, they definitely do.
I had a feeling that was probably the case. Well, Jam the Gym, what's that whole event about and everything? Tell us about that.
Oh, it's going to be a blast. Well, it's going to have like where you shoot from the free throw line, half court line, and then the long shot. And I'm in leadership class, and it's all being planned out. There's a great team. There's a great leadership team behind me, and we're all ready. There's going to be the slam dunk contest, which is always interesting, and there's going to be so many prizes. We've been out getting prizes from a bunch of sponsors this week, so we're all excited. It's going to be so fun.
You can name all those sponsors off the top of your head, right?
I don't think so.
We better not get into that then. We don't want to make anybody mad, but I know that everybody, all the administration, the students, everybody at the school, very thankful for those sponsors. A lot of the same sponsors that we have. So there's some great people, a very supportive town, even in tough years, things like that. Folks still behind the coaches, still behind the players and the school itself, and that's great to have that kind of support, isn't it?
Yeah, especially our principal, Brian Sharrow. He backs you up on anything you need. He's a great principal.
Coach Nagel, another one, the assistant principal and also the athletic director. And I tell you what, it's hard to get words out of him sometimes. You don't want to see Dan Nagel fired up, let me tell you.
I've never seen it yet, but I don't really know if I want to.
You'll see it on the football field. That's where you'll see it at first of all. But it's a lot of great things in place, and I know you're eager to move on and go on to college and things like that. Any kind of misgivings or anything? Kind of sad to see high school go, or are you ready to move on?
Yeah, it's kind of hard, especially for me, because my mom was so involved, and I was like Coach Parkey said, I was that ball girl. Like, I remember getting on the bus with them, and I just wanted to be in high school. Like, high school, I was so excited, and so it's sad to see it over, but it's going to be a new chapter in my life, and I'm excited for it.
That's good. It's good to hear. Well, I know there's some really good basketball in front of you and your teammates this year. A good showing there at the Savannah tournament. Continuing to get better each and every single week. We're expecting big things out of you. What it all comes down to, really be ready for that district tournament.
Yes, we will. I feel like we can come out and we can do it. We can win it this year. It's our year.
It's good to have that type of confidence. That's something that's certainly necessary. If you don't think you can do it, it certainly never will happen.
Yep, you got to believe.
That's right. Maddie Williams here, senior guard for the Lady Hornets, has been our guest here on the Rachel Parkey Show here this week. Thanks a lot for coming along, being the guinea pig, the first one of the Lady Hornets. You did a great job. Your teammates going to have a lot to live up to if they want to do as good as you did.
I don't know about that.
You did a great job representing the school and yourself, your family very well. So thanks a lot for coming by. Best of luck the rest of the year.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. That's Maddie Williams. Thanks to her for coming along. Also, thanks to Coach Parkey. That's going to wrap things up for this week. Be back next week with another edition of the Rachel Parkey Show here on Wave TV.
With the Hy-Vee Fuel Saver Rewards Card, you can save big at the pump. Simply sign up at customer service, then shop our ad for weekly Fuel Saver products. For every one you buy, you'll earn a discount on gas, as much as $2 or more per gallon. Because the more you shop, the more you save. Sign up for the Hy-Vee Fuel Saver Rewards Card at customer service today and start to earn big discounts on gas. Some restrictions apply.